Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to UKSM Winter once again. We are in the last two runs of day 2. First of all, the first of those two runs is going to be Tempestmask with Shovel Knight Showdown, Story Mode Medium. We are going to be, I am going to be telling you to remember to donate, if you can, to the fantastic special effect with !donate in the chat. Please do donate because Special Effect are a brilliant charity. We are running a little bit behind, so I won't be nattering on for too long. In fact, that is.
Well, feel free to natter away a little more because it seems we've entered the wrong neighborhood here with the Battletoads. So let's switch it on over to the real game, shall we? Hi, everybody. Actually, we don't have to natter anymore. My name is Tempest, and I'm a Shovel Knight Showdown runner. For those who don't know, Shovel Knight Showdown is. My name is Tempest, and I'm a Shovel Knight Showdown runner. For those who don't know, Shovel Knight Showdown is a Super Smash Bros. Inspired platformer combat game. And today we're going to be doing, as per usual with most of the events that I've done this year, story mode on medium. Difficulties are separated into their own categories, but there's also targets. If you're willing to see what that's about, we've got the speedrun.com leaderboard that you can check out. But for now, let me introduce my buddy to my left. His name is the Bruiser. Feel free to come onto camera. Get a little more. All right, it's right here.
Oh. Heyo.
And what he did was he rolled a d20, and we'll use that number to do our selected character for the run today, and that was a 6. So we're doing Black Knight, and this ought to be interesting because I've actually yet to show him off at a marathon, so I'm looking forward to this one. Let's do a bit of a color roll though, and bam. Ooh, that's a nice looking blue. All right, so with that, we will start, and time will begin once I've selected my difficulty. So, without further ado, we'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so we're gonna start by skipping the cutscenes because, Bruiser, why do we skip cutscenes?
It's a speedrun.
Indeed it is. So the first thing we gotta do is a treasure clash, because this game has multiple game modes, and the first is always a treasure clash. How this works is you gotta collect gems in order to win the game. So you gotta either hit the score total, or you have to outlast the match, and when time runs out, the person with the most gems is the winner. Now, because this is a story mode, the game isn't just gonna give that victory to me willy-nilly. In fact, the one thing you'll know about Shovel Knight is that normally the game doesn't give you lives or anything like that. But Showdown is a little different. So normally when you die, you lose treasure. But here you can lose battles and you would lose a continue. What this results in is an actual game over if you run out of continues and then lose one more time. So in medium difficulty, I get a total of at least, I think it's 5 continues, 5 or 4. And then when I run out of those continues, I have one more attempt to make. And if I fail that one, well, unfortunately, the floodgates to the calamities have opened at this point, but not much I could do about that. Good news is I haven't gotten any game overs during any marathon runs, though, so I'd say I know my stuff when it comes to Showdown. Right now, though, it seems Mole Knight here is giving me a bit of grief. We don't like that. No Johns, as Super Smash Bros. Likes to say. So let's just go ahead and use the different moveset, because the thing about Showdown is that each character has their own little set of skills and whatnot. Ooh, oh, that was close, because I just realized I had one last stock there, and that would have been bad. But yeah, first victory, let's go. Alright, so, Bruiser, what do we usually do in Super Smash Bros. Matches?
In what regard? A lot of you do Super Smash Bros. matches.
What's the most common format that we like to do?
Right. Choose characters and do on different platforms and choose levels.
And the rule set?
Depends on the level. Depends on depends on settings, I guess.
That's true. Well, unfortunately, the game likes to pick the levels for us, because in story mode, that's just how it is. Some of them are static, some of them are not, and we'll start to see the static elements come stage 3. But right now, we do know that stage 2 is the first of Showdown matches, which are the stock matches. And as you all know, I need to stay alive, because no matter what, I always got stocks. But luckily, this fight against Tinker Knight and Reese here is looking pretty simple as can be. The map... Ooh! Whoops. The map in particular has the death pit options, and honestly, it's It's a very, it can be a bit of a chaotic one. The House of Birder, I believe it's called, or Tower of Birders, something like that. But yeah, we've won the match, and now it's on to stage 3. And, I should have pressed start to skip the dialogue. Because, Bruiser, why do we skip dialogue?
Speedrun!
Indeed! So now let's collect some more gems because we're back to a treasure clash. So Polar Knight here is the story static opponent that Black Knight here encounters, and it's a good choice too because the thing about each storyline is that they're pretty much personalized, so it sticks to a sort of character history, if you will. Yacht Club games really did a good put a good amount of effort into Showdown, I'd say, and another thing to note about the overall story of this game is that this actually takes place in between events for Spectre of Torment. So if you know what that game is like, well, good for you. I won't spoil them though because it does serve as a prequel tale to the Shovel of Hope quest, and I hate to give spoilers. But I will say that Spectre Knight is about to encounter the Enchantress, but the Tower of Fate denizens fear for their friend. So they instead decide to take matters into their own hands and enchant the Mirror of Fate within the Tower of Fate. But things go a bit wrong. They intend to trap the Enchantress only for the mirror to then become sentient, overflowing with power, and the spell sends everyone into a mirror world. And now they gotta duke it out. It's pretty cool stuff, though, I gotta say, and I especially dig the dedicated storyline to Shovel Knight because I will give you this. It sort of acts as a prequel to his quest, if you will, which is the main game. Anyway, here's a very interesting one because this is where we get to the random rule sets, and it's a treasure clash where, as you just noticed, player damage is ignored. Now, I gotta be very careful about this one though because if I'm not mistaken, this is I didn't have time to really look at this, but yeah, okay. Those cube items that shoot laser beams, that's the only way we can damage each other, but as you can see within the upper HUD, problem is, everyone but me has unlimited stocks, so defeating everybody is not the way to be. This could be the tricky part of the run, though, I'm gonna be very honest, because this type of treasure clash is a little different. You'll notice that the treasure gems are encased in a sort of glass encasing. And what do we do with glass, Bruiser?
Break.
Indeed, but it takes a few hits to break. So the problem is, it can be a bit slow. That's not fun. But sometimes that's what the game chooses for us. See, it is a bit of a mix between RNG and static stuff, but that's one of the nice things about Showdown. I find that to be quite fun, honestly, so that's how I sort of took the incentive to give this a try, because this thing can be really fast, and just a big shout out to all the runners who've taken a part of that action all the same. But let's see if we can get one more gem, because here's the dealio with gem spawning. Whenever I'm at match point, the next gem spawn is intentionally slower because it knows that this could be the end of the match. But that's slow, and so normally I would try to let an opponent take a gem and then I'll steal it from them once I defeat them. But in this case, that wasn't really all that feasible. But now we're on stage 5, and so we do Percy's Targets. This is your typical break the targets affair, although not necessarily the same as the standard format. In this case, it's a practically random set of moving hay bales that we gotta destroy, and in story mode, you have to get a certain amount of points total in order to move on. You can still die, and you can still lose if time runs out, or if you lose all of your stocks, and that's particularly bad. But Black Knight is quite a very mobile character. Excuse me for my stuttering there. But yeah, definitely something. Oh, that was unfortunate though. So those bomb targets started spawning, and what they do is I have to avoid breaking them, otherwise I lose points. Okay, there we go. I wanted to break that Percy target right there because Percy himself, when he gets knocked off, it gives not only a bit of extra time, but also... Well, yeah, no, just a bit of extra time, but also a bit more points too. What am I saying? Now, food does add a bit of time. Breaking a entire chain of targets adds time, and there are also time targets that we might find. It's all good, though. By the way, for those who normally catch me speedrunning, this is a different location than usual. Under certain circumstances, that's why I'm here, but all you need to know really is the TV I'm actually using at the moment has the screen just a bit cut off, so I can't entirely make heads or tails of everything that I'm supposed to be seeing on the screen, and yet I can see most of it. But yeah. So bomb targets, when they're connected to normal hay bale chains, I have to break the normal bales before they turn into points. Otherwise, if they go off the screen, they automatically become points. And then the glowing targets, as you might have noticed, that destroys all chains on the screen. So that's especially the fast way of doing things. And there we go. Perfect. So one more type of target that we were seeing was the green slime-covered bales, and those pushed me back. Those essentially put a repelling force on me. And also, if I tried using a projectile to break him, it would just break one and then cancel out. Those are really annoying. Alright, winner takes all. This is where things get a bit dicey, because of all the things, the game had to pick this one. So, Bruiser, we're doing a treasure clash, and we're collecting gems, but what do you think winner takes all means?
If you lose everything.
Exactly. Good job, man. So, yeah, this is one of the chaotic matches by far, or rule sets by far, and it doesn't help that we're in a Mole Knight stage that has lava covering the bottom and the sides and can instant kill you even with iframes active. So I already lost a couple of stocks, and normally I could, you know, mosey along and stuff if this was maybe a different difficulty, but whew, that was a close one right there, because Treasure Knight allowing that bomb to break those platforms certainly was no fun. So, what else to talk about? Oh yeah, the parrying. Let's show one off right there, because when a move connects with your parry, it knocks foes back, but also cancels out projectile attacks and stuff. So it's kind of the closest thing you're getting to a shield here, except it's not a shield, which is unfortunate, but it works. And I wonder if Yacht Club might have taken a page, per se, from, oh, that was bad. Let me see if I can collect those gems before time runs out. I like to think that Yacht Club took a page from Rivals of Aether, which Shovel Knight just so happens to be a guest character in that game, so it's very likely, because according to my understanding of Rivals, it's, oh, sudden death time? Oh, this could be bad. Let's see what happens here. Man. Lava walls are closing in. Ah, I lost that one. Alright, let's try that again. Rivals of Aether is a Smash game that does not use shields, if I'm not mistaken. I do have the game on my Xbox, which I am playing Shovel Knight on today, but yeah. Alright, let's try that again. Meanwhile, while I give myself a little bit of serious time, hey Matt, let's, got anything to, chip in at the moment?
We have indeed had a £10 donation from the previous runner, Manix86.
Hey.
They say, good luck, chocolate blueberry night. Seriously, Tempest, best of luck in Shovel Smash, and good to see you.
Thanks, Manix. It's always a pleasure, man. Ah, sick. Let's go. Man, big shout out to Manix. For those who don't know, he also does some of the Game Boy related Mega Man stuff. True champ right there. Absolute legend. But yeah, let's see what else we can do here. I find it very funny, actually. Chocolate Blueberry Knight. That's a very fitting name for our special color for Black Knight here. Okay, let's try that again, because, yeah, the CPUs are not... Oh, what?! Welcome to Chaos, ladies and gentlemen, where the game knows. Okay, come on. Oh, no fair. Well, you know what you gotta say. When all fails at first, when things don't succeed, try again.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah. Alright, here we go. I will give a quick plug to this game, though. If you'd like to try this yourself, Showdown is available on all PC and console versions of the game, including ones that you probably didn't think were still getting updates with this game. But yep, you can play this on the Wii U, you can play this on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, any console versions or PC versions of Shovel Knight's Treasure Trove can get Showdown as part of the whole Treasure Trove itself. And then, of course, when it comes to the game Showdown, it's actually available as a standalone purchase, so there is that as an option too. Now, unfortunately, there are no handheld versions of the game. The 3DS and the PlayStation Vita did not get this treatment, and whoa, big explosion. And I can understand why. I do wish that the 3DS did get its due, though, because this game does not have online multiplayer. It does have local, and I think wireless connectivity would have been a perfect alternative as it was. But, you know, I understand Yacht Club's decision all the same. Alright, let's try and time out. This time, oh, snap. One more stock. Here we go again. Alright, it's a game of survival. Only one shall stand and one shall fall. Let's do a little taunt. And there we go. Jeez. Man, that was, yeah, you can say that again. Alright, we got 2 more stages, and then it's the final stuff. And yes, Liquid Samurai, King Knight, and Plague Knight. Ooh, that's a motley crew right there. So hey, here's a fun fact about speedrunning Showdown. You can actually do this with as much of a completed file as you want, meaning it doesn't have to be complete. It's as your mileage prefers, I guess. But yeah, I've actually I am aware that you can submit a speed run to the leaderboard, and it doesn't have to unlock every character or every stage. So the nifty thing about this is you could use that to your advantage. I choose not to, though, because I thought it would be a pretty sweet idea to get to show as much as this game could show. As such, I figured, you know, for charity marathons especially, let's show off what we can. And if the chaos ensues, the chaos ensues.
Chaos.
We all seem to love good chaos. It's all in good fun, and that's what matters the most. Alright, how many more? Top of the screen is still cut off to me. Oh, I could look at my computer screen, which is the OBS preview. Okay. Don't think I'll be able to get 10, given that the Liquid Samurai and his team got a lot of them there. But Stage 7 is one of the static things as well, because it's always a treasure clash with you against a team of 3. But one opponent will have infinite stocks, the other 2 don't. So the fact that I cleared them out does make this match a little easier now. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that's more like it. One more to go, and boom. So, timeouts can be a bit faster when the going gets tough, but when it gets to a certain point on the time's almost up range, yeah, it's a little bit... It's winning the match might not be as fast as what I'm trying to get at, because you still have the victory theme to contend with. Alright, Mirror Clone Mayhem. So, Stage 8 gave me one of the nicer stuff that I can get, because this is where it can get really, turn into really, the really bizarre stuff, like Big Fighter Brawl or the Order of No Quarter, but Mirror Clone Mayhem is perfectly doable. So, I'm fighting 2 Mirror Clone Black Knights. It's a bit of a treasure clash, obviously. Oh no, now you're not gonna use my laugh against me, mister. I am the taunter here, not thou. Thou shalt understand a Black Knight scorned something. Let's... Thank you. Shout out to Monty Python. Oh, come now. You're not gonna do this to me. I am the real one, and you're the faker. Okay, come now. Just a bit more. I can make the push. It doesn't seem like we got any health items spawning, so I think that's normal for Mirror Clone Mayhem, but I might have forgotten. That's why it's a bit unfavorable today, but no problem. I still think this is one of the tamer things to arise from this stage. Oh yeah, if it wasn't obvious, you can't collect any gems when your iframes are active, or when you're parrying for that matter. So, damaging each other can be a bit of a pain, at least when I'm the one taking the damage because of that. So let's just, let's do a little bit of stealing. One more. This could be, or I could just be wasting time. Yeah, at this point, let's survive. Oh, survive. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! I chose to survive that one because I noticed the last stock. Okay, one more stretch and then we move on to bosses, or the boss. So let's say hello to Polar Knight again. And on stage 9, you reface the character you met earlier in stage 3. If it was a fight, then you fight them one more time, but it's a simple showdown in this here Tower of Fate arena. If you teamed up with them, then you're fighting them for the first time. Sometimes the stories will do that. Like Plague Knight, I always use this as my go-to example. You team up with Mona in stage 3, but then you fight her here. All right, come on. Come on, big guy. Yo, Bruiser, you know that saying, the bigger they are? Ah. Let's get a little bit more in there. Because, come on, we got some Mega Man to do after this, and I'm most certainly willing to show that one off. But for now, it seems Polar Knight wants to play, so play we shall. Matt, what say you? Oh, Matt.
Yeah, we don't actually have any donations or anything at the moment, but what we do have is me telling you that UKSM is currently doing this to raise money for the fantastic people over at Speed? No! At
Speed!
Special Effect. Not Speed Effect, Special Effect.
Of course.
They are a fantastic charity who create and distribute gaming peripherals to disabled people who need them. Without those peripherals, these people would not be able to play the games that they love. So if you would like to help people play the games that they love, all you need to do is !donate in the chat, because everyone deserves to game, and no matter what you can give, every little helps, helping those people to game.
Sounds great. And yeah, Special Effect is really cool, honestly. A big shout out to all companies that help contribute to, or organizations that help contribute to disabled gamers or those who need the extra assistance. I know that, for instance, Microsoft has produced that special controller that, while I haven't seen it in action, it's a really cool idea. So... What was that? Oh, well, if I'm not mistaken, it's a basic setup that lets you... I think you can like hook up the different buttons to different ports, and they act as that game's button, which can definitely help. Like I said, I haven't seen it in full action, but I have seen it at like the actual thing, and it believe me when I say it's one of the coolest Xbox products out there. All right. Phase 1 is done. That was the Mirror of Fate, and that was a treasure clash, and it tried to get the gems by using those clones, the energy tongue, or turning them into bombs with the energy pellets. But now it's a boss fight time, and you know what that means? Time will be on the final hit. So let's see if we can reach this, because it's not until that first little point of health goes down that it doesn't stick around, so it just had to go a little higher with that first attack and make it hard for me to hit. But we got it on the move. Let's see what we can do. Nice thing about this is that even when the countdown is happening, the fight has technically begun, so you can start hitting it and stuff. Pretty sweet. Also, all mirror clones, no matter what, they all go down in 2 hits. So, a little something to keep in mind, because when it spawns more, the crowd can really make things even more chaotic, and that's the last thing we want on the final boss. But the good news is that if you were to fail against the mirror in Phase 1, you go back to mirror Phase 1. If you fail in Phase 2, you go back to Phase 2. Shovel Knight has always upheld this tradition with its final bosses. Except for King Knight, according to what I've heard, which I don't know what that means still to this day, but Oh, goodness. All right, let's get ready for that timer. Just one more. Whoop! Okay, hang on. 2 more hits or 1 more hit. We'll see what this final hit does. Oh, that was a ranged shot. Come on, come on, come on. All right, ranged it is. Nope. And time! Whoo! That's it. That's it. Oh man, that was wild. And it's probably about to get even wilder very soon. But that's Shovel Knight Showdown. As I mentioned, you can get this game on the console versions of the Treasure Trove. Some have it as a standalone purchase that you can do. We usually go for RTA timing, but you can see IGT, so we'll scroll down to that really quick. But a big shout out to all Shovel Knight runners of all kinds. If you'd like to join us in the community, our Discord server is called the Spade Brigade, and you can find a link to it on all Shovel Knight related speedrun.com pages. So there's that, and here are the stats. Otherwise, I'd like to give a big shout out to all the people that have recently joined me for commentary on marathon runs, including my pals Alex Ashpool, KW_, and David TKI. Alright, 19 minutes. Yeah, this probably went for a while. Hey Matt, I need to know what the final time was RTA-wise. Did we go overestimate?
It was 23 minutes on the dot.
Of course it was! That's what usually happens on Medium, and as much as Black Knight is a cool character to do, it's just bound to happen. All right, no problem. Let's just mosey on ahead and get to the next game. But yes, a big shout out to the Shovel Knight community, and I'll be right back with you all very soon for a very special thing. It's gonna be a debut, believe it or not. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Matt, take it away.
We shall indeed mosey on ahead and see how it goes, because next it's going to be Mega Man Legends 3, the prologue to the version. So, if you want to stick around for that, for what I understand is a debut of sorts, then go for it. 80% normal. We'll be back very, very